What's up, nerds? This is Mr. Storm, and this is Business Web Page Design. This video is going to be an introduction to the class to kind of show you how it works. We're going to talk about the schedule. We're going to talk about the disclosure so you can see what my standards are, what my rules are for the classroom. After this video, you should have a pretty good idea of how the class is going to work and how to complete your assignments, and you'll get a good idea of what you're going to be doing in the class. So this is your Google Classroom environment. You're going to be very familiar with this environment by the time you're done. So let's take a look here. Up here is the title of the class. There's me right there. You won't see as many things as I see because I'm looking at my teacher view. But you can go look at what students are in your class and look at the About page to kind of get more information about the class. But here, in this first section, you're going to have the introduction to the class. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to jump right in and take a look at the schedule. So there's a schedule attached to that introduction assignment. It's not really an assignment, it's an announcement. And that schedule is this thing right here, this guy right here. And this is a breakdown of each assignment in this class and when they will be due, which days they will be due for both first term and second term. Now, these due dates apply to first semester of the 2017-2018 school year. If you're watching this after that, then these due dates will be different. Your due dates will be different. They won't look the same as in this video, obviously. So you just have to look at your own schedule to make sure that to see your due dates. But this gives you an idea of what it looks like. And the way this schedule works is just you have term one column here, due date here, and then the name of the assignment. And when you look at the Google Classroom, the feed, everything goes in that specific order. So it'll be pretty easy to find your assignments. So that's the schedule, and it's all blocked out all the way through the end of the semester. So you could really get in here, as soon as you have access to this class, you could jump in and complete as many of these assignments as you want. You can work ahead as quickly as possible, and we're going to talk about that when we get into the disclosure. Look at that segue. That was a beautiful segue, the best. All right, so this is my disclosure for the class. This is going to give you my expectations, teach you about what the class is, what you're going to learn, how you're going to do assignments, all that stuff. So this is Business Web Page Design. This is my disclosure for 2017-2018. If there are any changes to this disclosure for previous class or for classes after this one, I will obviously make a new video because I don't want to give you bad information. But for this school year, this is the disclosure we're going to use. So here's a course description. Basically, it's a semester course, and it provides you with an understanding of designing websites and advanced internet skills. So you're going to learn HTML, you're going to learn how to publish websites, you're going to do some graphic editing, you're going to design, create, format, and edit web pages. We're going to mainly focus in this class, we're going to mainly focus on HTML and CSS and deploying a full website using those two languages. And if you don't know what those mean, great. You're in the right class because you're going to learn all that stuff here with me. Classroom management learning materials. There is no textbook for this course. Okay, your textbook is the Google Classroom page. All the resources that I'm giving you here, the videos that I've made, the links that I've given you to external resources, those are essentially your textbook. I'm pulling most of the information for the learning in this class from a website called w3schools.com. It's a great website. It stands for World Wide Web Consortium, and they are people who develop all the newest standards for web development. So I'm teaching you directly from the source. So I'm using a lot of material from w3schools.com. It's a great resource. Each lesson is taught by me. Usually through a video such as this. All assignments will be completed and turned in using Google Classroom. I will never, ever, ever give you a piece of paper, and I'll never ask you to give me a piece of paper. Everything's going to be done online. So therefore, you do not need to bring anything to this class. Okay? You are not required to bring anything. You don't need a pen, you don't need a pencil, you don't need paper, you don't need a backpack, you don't need books, you don't need to bring anything. Just bring yourself to class and be ready to learn. All of my grades will be posted to Aspire by midnight every Thursday. So if you completed an assignment on Tuesday, that grade will be put into Aspire by midnight on Thursday of that week. So you'll have pretty instant access to your grades, and you'll be able to see how you've done. Instructional organization. You will be completing an assignment every single day in my class. You're going to log into Google Classroom. You'll find the lesson for that day. You'll watch the videos. You'll check out the external website resources, and you'll check out any other instructional materials that I've given you to learn that concept for the day. We focus on 1 or 2 smaller concepts every single day and give you little bite-sized assignments so that you can complete them quickly. I don't want to give you a lesson that covers a huge amount of detail in just one class period and expect you to keep up. So I've chunked it into smaller pieces. Each assignment is built for you to show me mastery or approaching mastery for every subject, meaning you can actually do the things I'm asking you to do. Cadets are encouraged to work through the material at their own pace as long as they are meeting the due dates, right? You can go faster than my schedule. You can't go slower than my schedule. My schedule is built so that you can get everything done by the end of the semester. If you go slower than my schedule, you won't be able to complete all the material. If you have completed all your assigned work for that day, or if you work ahead a couple of weeks and you kind of find that you have nothing to do, you are free to explore other learning opportunities during class time. By that I mean learning opportunities. Okay, you're free to learn something new using the whatever resources are available to you in this class. You are not allowed to scroll through Reddit for an hour, killing time. You are not allowed to watch, stupid YouTube videos all class period. That is not what this class is for. You will be learning something. So let's say you're really interested in music production, right? And you get a bunch of stuff done on your website, and you've built a bunch of stuff, and you're a couple weeks ahead, and you want to spend the class learning how to, make hip hop beats or whatever. I will provide you with that opportunity. And in that case, I'll actually give you a class. I'll put you in another Google Classroom class that is dedicated specifically to learning music production. I have a couple of classes that are open and available to you that are optional. There's no graded assignments. It's just a string of tutorials and instructional materials I've provided for extra learning opportunities. Things like 3D modeling using Blender or video game design in Unity, stuff like that. So it's completely up to you how quickly you go through the material. But the main priority is getting the curriculum done, because that's what your grade is going to be based on. I do not assign homework, but all assignments are due at 11:30 on the due date, 11:30 p.m. So if you don't get something done in class, you can go home and work on it. You can finish it up during team time or on a Flex Friday. If you need intervention, you can come in and finish assignments. This is to allow cadets to finish assignments at home if they aren't able to complete them in class. And I just said that, so I don't know why I read it. Absence is a makeup policy. All assignments are required and must be completed on time. Okay? Cadets are required to show proficiency in each performance standard in order to pass this course. This is not like a regular course where you can miss, 20% of the assignments and still get a C and pass. Okay? I have to see that you can perform to each standard in order to be able to say you've passed this course. So there are no optional assignments in this class. You must complete every single assignment given to you in order to pass this class. So if an assignment's not turned in by the due date, I will send an email to you and your guardians, your parents or guardians, reminding you of this obligation, of the fact that you cannot miss an assignment in my class. If late work becomes a habitual problem, you continuously can't turn in work on time, then I will work with you and with your parents to come up with a strategy to help you get that work in a reasonable time frame. Okay, I want to make sure that you are successful in this class. My goal is to help you get to that successful level, right? My goal is not to punish you and make life difficult for you. I want to help you. But life becomes difficult when you start turning in assignments late. Any assignment that's not turned in by the due date will be recorded as an M in Aspire, which is the same as a 0, so it will drag your grade down. And then M is there to remind you that you have a missing assignment. Late assignments will only be worth a maximum of 75% of the total grade. Okay. I can't give you full credit for an assignment if it's turned in late because you didn't perform to the same standard as everyone else. You did not earn 100% on that assignment because you didn't do it within the time. But you can still get a decent grade. You must send me an email letting me know that you've turned in late work. I will not go back and check if you've turned in late work unless you notify me that it's turned in. The email must have the name of the assignment that you've turned in, which class period you're in, and which class you are actually in. So class periods and classes are different because in one class period, I have probably 12 different classes that are going on at the same time, right? So I need to know that you're in my A1 class and you're doing, business web page design or whatever class period it is. I need to know those things. And you must have a subject line on the email or I'll delete it. I won't read it if there's no subject line. So make sure you write it professionally and it's well written and I can understand what you're asking me to do. Late assignments will be updated in Aspire by the close of business on the Friday after the email was sent. So if you send me an email on Thursday afternoon saying, hey, I turned in this assignment, I will get it done. I will grade it before I go home on Friday. Rules and consequences. So all of the school rules apply in my classroom. Rules concerning conduct, dress, academic integrity, they all apply in my classroom. And I am very much a rule follower myself, and I expect my cadets to adhere to the rules as well. You can definitely read the UMA Cadet Guide to familiarize yourself with the rules and what's expected of you. My class rules are essentially don't mess with anyone else's work. Focus on your own material and make sure you're reading or you're learning the entire time. There will be no non-learning time in my classroom. Plagiarism is not accepted at Utah Military Academy at all in any way. And you may be thinking, well, it's just a web design class, so I don't have to worry about plagiarism because plagiarism is only an English class. That's not true. Okay, I will be asking you to develop websites on your own from scratch. And if you go to another website and you steal content from those websites or you steal the HTML code from those websites and you try to pass it off as your own work, that is plagiarism. You will get caught and there will be consequences for that. Okay? All instances of plagiarism are recorded as a Class 2 infraction, resulting in an office referral. The assignment is automatically graded as a 0 without the opportunity to make it up. So you don't want to get in that situation. Okay. If you find yourself stressed and you don't know if you're going to be able to complete a big project on time, come talk to me. I'll help you. My goal is to help you. Okay. Don't feel like you're backed into a corner and you have to quickly just throw something together so you don't get, so your assignment's not late. Come talk to me. We'll work it out. The classroom is not a place to socialize. I like social classrooms. I like it when there's a classroom environment where people are chatting and there's a lot of discussion going on, but this environment is not conducive to that. Okay? This is an independent work environment. You're working on your own stuff. So there's no reason for you to be talking to the person next to you. There's also no reason for you to be using online chat applications. Okay? Do not jump on a Google chat and start talking to your friend across the room about what you did this weekend. It's not helping you finish your assignment. You don't need to do it. And remember, I can monitor every single thing you do on these computers when you're in my room. I can see everything that's on your screen. I can watch you in real time as you do stuff. So don't try to get away with it because you won't. I was in the United States Air Force for 10 years. So I take military discipline and customs and courtesies very seriously. So when I expect you to be... when I expect you to have military bearing, I expect you to display that as well as you possibly can. When you're at the position of attention, I expect you to take that seriously. When we're doing the Air Force core values, I expect you to be loud and proud about it. It's very easy to just get bored with that stuff and just try to just get through it. I will not allow that. Okay? I want every single time to be sharp and consistent. You will be following military customs and courtesies, and you will wear the uniform correctly in my classroom. But on the same token, I also understand that this is a learning curve. There's a learning curve with this stuff. Some of you are pretty new to the military culture. So my goal is to help you. as much as I can, right? I want to make sure that you have what you need to succeed. So if you're not understanding or whatever, I'm a good person to come talk to about the military side because I've lived it before. I know how it works. So come talk to me. I'll help you with anything you're struggling with. If you have any questions, you can email me. My email's down there. It's also up at the top of the document. But that's my disclosure. It's very simple, very sweet. I don't really need to get into too much more detail than that. All right, let's talk about the Google Classroom. The Google Classroom. Because this is an environment you're going to need to know, and you're going to need to love, and you're going to need to internalize it as much as possible, because this is how you're going to turn in your work. So let's take a look here. So right here, this is going to be in a very important box for you to pay attention to. Right here is where all of your work that's coming up, that's going to be due soon, all of your work that you need to work on in the next couple of days, couple of weeks, that's all going to be right here. So you can quickly just go here and see what assignments are going to be coming up. Right here, we have the topics section. This is in order of of completion. So we have our introduction topic, which includes this, and then this assignment down here, which I haven't built yet, so don't pay attention to that. We have the introduction, and then the first assignment you're going to complete. We have beginning HTML, right? And all the assignments that are attached to that are just lumped into that section. So this is really convenient when you get down to, say, the end of second semester and you're working on like advanced CSS and you need to jump to that section really quickly. You can just click on the header and go right to it, instead of opening up the classroom and then having to scroll all the way down and wait for the assignments to load and try to find the one you're looking for. Okay, so this is a really convenient thing. In the first assignment, I will be showing you how to turn in your work, how to complete your work and turn them in. But every assignment is essentially going to look like this, right? There's a title. The due date is right here. So this assignment is due September 7th. And the instructions are here. So review the lessons below, and then open your aboutme.html document for editing, add an H2, blah, 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 blah. So this gives you the instructions. And then I have the learning materials here for you to learn how to do the things I want you to do up here. And then I also have a video. Each of these assignments is going to have a video attached to it. And that video is going to be just like the one you're watching now. I'm going to walk you through the assignment, do it with you, show you what it should look like, and do a little bit of extra teaching with those things. So usually the video is the first thing you want to open up. You want to look at the video, watch that so you can understand what you're supposed to be doing for that day. Go look at the learning materials, read through that, do the exercises, play around with it, and then when you feel comfortable enough, then you can tackle the assignment and turn it in. I want my classroom to be a fun environment, but a productive one. So, if there's anything that's hindering your success in this classroom, please let me know. I will be more than happy to make any kind of changes I need to suit your learning style. I will try to be as fair as I possibly can to everyone and understand that we're all different people and we all learn in different ways and we all have different motivations and different styles and different ways of doing things. So please don't ever feel afraid to come up and ask me to, hey, can I do this? Or is there something, just come ask. Okay. I am here for you. You are my customer, right? My job is to provide you with a quality product, and that product is a learning environment and instruction that enriches you as an individual and makes you a better person. So if I'm not doing that properly, you need to let me know so that I can help you get to where you need to be. It's a pretty long video. It's nearing 20 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and close this out. If you have any questions, please come talk to me. Please ask. At this point, you are free to start moving through the material. Go work on the first assignment. Start playing around in W3 Schools. Get a feel for the website, how it works. Play around in Google Classroom. Get a feel for that. See how it works. It's completely open for you. Make sure you're respecting the due dates. And ask me if you have any questions or if you don't understand material. I'm more than happy to come help. All right. Thanks for paying attention, and I will see you guys next time.